first person will be Fred Kirsten from Boston University.
Let me talk a little bit about my presentation. I've got 3 minutes and I'm putting up the format. So if you wish, you can look through it. Also, I've given you numbers, and if you want, I'll indicate each number. So if you've got slides or you're working on a handheld, you can go through to it. So why this study? Well, I started out to try to find out exactly what people were looking for as they went up line to look for you for a job. And what can you do to provide an image that would be favorable to place you ahead of other applicants for the position, and how you could use technology to develop an online image to get that particular type of gig that you are after. So my study was developed to support my students who are all public school music teachers. I surveyed various public school music supervisors through the United States. My sample was selected from the NAM Outstanding Public School Districts. My respondents were music supervisors in charge of job application searches for music instructors at the K through 12 level. I found a lot of interesting things for social media. The participants were highly interested in the value of social media, specifically with YouTube and also with Facebook. I found that the suggestions from these individuals were as follows. They suggested the candidates provide strong videos on YouTube of performances that illustrate musicianship. Strong videos of conducting would be highly valuable, and the teaching video also would be very useful and in some cases required. A high quality e-portfolio was also mentioned extensively as a possibility to show off the person's wares. As part of my development, I provided for you a strong kit of tools for developing your online image. I've showed you avenues for working with e-portfolio development, and you can also work with what is called a hyper resume or a hyper cover letter, which is nothing more than a document that will have links in it so you can put information up online and they can go to it. Be aware of Facebook. Many people feel that Facebook provides not a good location for your professional direction. So if you're going to have something on Facebook, folks, make sure that it's up and it's clean and it will be able to support you. As you start to work your references, tell your references to be prepared immediately because they are going to get a request quickly from the computer for some type of information about you. So have something ready to be able to go back and build to be able to support you. I provided you an online development resource library of materials, e-portfolios, information you can follow up on. I've given you information on resume development, letters of application, and letters of recommendation, how to build these. And I've also given you information on a specific web page for this presentation. You can obtain my research handout there, and you can visit the web page for this presentation. So if you have any questions, I'll be most happy to answer them.
So if you have any question, you can type it in the chat and we'll have about 10 minutes to answer. So I see the first question. Is this primarily for mute students, MUED students seeking jobs?
Yes, I am primarily aimed at working with public school teachers. This opportunity that I've worked with my research study can be applied to anybody at the college level also. The whole direction of working now with technology online is the job searches are becoming very, very specific because there are so many people that are there. But you can build almost into any aspect. And if you wish to share out my handout and information, by the way, it was published last year in Music Educators Journal. So my research can be used at both public school and also college level.
Very good. We have a second question. Can you talk more about Facebook and what should and shouldn't be in there?
Be very careful of Facebook. Boy, people put stuff up on Facebook, and obviously the first thing they're going to do is look at Facebook. So you've got to look it over. You've got to make sure it's clean. It doesn't have anything that's risque. Be aware of some of the information that's there because they're going to interpret it. They're going to use it immediately, and it can be detrimental or it can be positive if you want to build it that direction. But make sure you look at it very carefully.
Very good. Third question. Is your research for music students or any musician who is seeking a job?
It can be used for any music students. Actually, I aimed at mine at public schools because that's the area that I worked with. Okay, but actually, yes, you can take this information and build out and extrapolate out if you want into other areas.
Very good. We have another question as well. Where do you see LinkedIn as a tool?
The internet is, what do you see as the internet as a tool?
No, LinkedIn, the
Oh,
job.
LinkedIn. Yes, yes, very good. Now, LinkedIn is a good site that you can build off. You can build a nice portfolio. You can make yourself an e-portfolio with your own specific web page if you want, or you can lay in from LinkedIn. Okay. LinkedIn is pretty general, and it's another site that people actually go to look at to see what you can do, especially if they are on LinkedIn also. And if you want, you can go up on LinkedIn, type in and find out if there's anybody from that school or that job offer that you know, because that's way of communicating into that and have some type of background to be able to support you with.
Very good. We have also another question. Did your study look at the value of social media use other than Facebook and YouTube, like Instagram or Twitter?
I haven't worked with them, no. Okay, very honestly, I have not. So I really can't give you the specifics on what you could use from it. I would imagine you could do a lot of communication now, but I really can't give you a strength because that wasn't my focus of my research.
Very good. All right, so that's it for the questions so far. Do you have another question? We still have time, so don't hesitate asking more questions. All right, another question. Do you think most school principals or districts look at social media sites to screen candidates?
Definitely so. Okay, I found from many of the people I've talked to, that's one of the first things they do. I have been working with the program, as you know, College Music Society has had mock interviews for the last 4 years. And the first things I've seen of the individuals that I've worked with immediately go up on social media to see exactly what the person looks like. And also if there's any musical examples, so you can reference to them, so you have something to communicate with as soon as you talk to them at a interview site. So this is something, a very important thing in school principals and the directors of personnel who do the screening at the public school level.
Very good.
Well, thank you very much. I enjoyed talking to you, and very, very nice questions to the people who were answering me.
Yeah, very interesting presentation. Thank you so much.